poverty? What is poverty?
So poverty is a state of being, extremely poor. And when you're poor, the only thing that really matters to you is money. Mm-hmm. So all the dope dealers in my neighborhood, we idolized them because we didn't know what wealth was. So a lot of the guys, they would tell us, "You're young, you're not hurting anyone, you're not breaking any hearts, so you're gonna fuck bitches," excuse my language, again to the sisters, and when you're ready to settle down, you settle down. But what they didn't tell us is how many hearts we'll break along the way of doing that. So when I was 16, then the hearts I broke at 16, 17, 18, so on and so forth. By the time those women were 25, 30, they really know good in a relationship because they're still dealing with traumas from when they were younger. Mm-hmm. And they hate us because of it, not knowing that we wasn't taught to love them. Mm-hmm. We was taught to be, as young men, deceitful, liars. I would say players also, but I think the player thing just stems from your development from boy to man, because you still want to fit in with the crowd. So my trauma is just when I look back at my life, I just realize how many people I damaged and what it done to me, being that I don't trust, right? I don't. A lot of us as men don't know what love is because our whole existence was built off money, and if we don't have it, we're nothing. Now it is different levels of poverty because there's some people who from the hood but never really lived in the hood, and I say that to say this: you can be from a ghetto, but your parents might be a little more fortunate than the parents who don't have money. So you'll be involved in activities, you'll be involved in after school curriculums, meaning you'll always be busy. By the time you get home, you really just lived in the ghetto, so you just slept, went to school, and activities. Now the people whose mothers was on drugs and their fathers wasn't present, the hood grew them up. So it's some of us, some of you can say, "Yo, I lived in the ghetto," but that wasn't me because you wasn't from the ghetto. You lived there. So I understand that too, but just the concept of us treating women poorly, that's really affected me, because now as a grown man, you look at women and you say, how can I trust them after sleeping with women who had boyfriends, who've been married, who some of us even paid to sleep with, if you want to be honest. So now it's like when you get a woman of your own and you love her, how can you trust her? How could I move forward with her? If I remember when I was slinging and banging, she had a boyfriend, don't worry, I'll be the side guy. Now that you want to be a clean slave and you say, how can I trust this woman, knowing damn well that she could potentially be cheating on me? So it's traumas.
But you did all of that. You gotta still trust the female because you did all that through manipulation. Like you said it yourself. Like you broke hearts, you manipulated women. You told them what they wanted to hear. You knew what you did to get in their drawers, and then you left them.
But you gotta remember, we're dealing with the last phase of slavery now that we're trying to break, which is mental slavery. And with those same impoverished ways, we was mentally conditioned to believe that this is a way of life. So now when a man, get involved with a woman, it's easier to say, well, if I'm not what you want, then you can keep it moving because of his conditioning and his upbringing, which is, I think, is sad, but it's true. In order to break that, what we have to do is we must unlearn and relearn, first of all, ourselves, our true history, and we must learn a Black woman. I'm not really concerned with the races of women because I don't date other races of women. The Black woman I'm more concerned with than anything, especially in the times you're living in now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you date the Black woman, because us Black sisters are very dope. Okay, all women is beautiful and all women is good, but I just I'm a little biased because who I am.
We're not gonna cut corners here.
Whatever.
Don't do it for the radio.
This is Lord. I'm just gonna move on. So let me diagnose you guys first. So basically, you know, your trauma from the heart comes from abandonment and the lack of love and learning love. And your trauma comes from self-reflection and knowing the mistakes you are as you learn. I mean, the mistakes you've done as you learning who you are. Now it's hard to deal with that trauma. So you're reflecting, and now, like people like to say that your past catch up to you. So now you're in a different space, head space, mental space in life, and it's like, okay, I know what I want now. I'm done with all that, but how do I trust? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna diagnose you guys because basically you guys are not complete. So this is heart surgery. You have trauma to your heart. You guys are diagnosed with a hole in your heart. And usually when people have a hole in their heart, they have to get surgery. Mm-hmm. Do you guys know what it is when you have a hole in your heart, what it's called?
Well, my younger brother, Moon Owens, he had a hole in his heart and he had to get it patched up. So I forgot what it's called.
I feel like your heart, you know, the heart is the toughest muscle of the body. Mm-hmm. So if you have a hole in your heart, I'm thinking for real, you need a transplant. You know, a whole new heart.
Mm-hmm. Not necessarily. Sometimes, not necessarily. Sometimes they can go in there and they can stitch it up.
Right, but why patch up the wound when you can get a whole new one?
Because sometimes why get a whole new one when you need to see that scar to remind you where you've been and where you're going.
Right.
Sometimes people like to erase the past, but your past is learning. Your past is mental. You can't erase the past. Like, we can't erase slavery. Now we're learning what happened back then, and we're learning where we are now. So sometimes, and that's the thought of us. Reality, we like, okay, I'm done with this. I just want to. That's it. I just want a whole new start. I just want to hold this. No. Know who you are. Know where you came from. Know the mistakes you made, because that makes you who you are and where you're going.
Right.
You can always shift. You can always shift.
And that comes with newness. I think the people don't understand. Like, for me, I look at it, you know, the word says, mm-hmm. at the end of the day, like, if we're talking about surgery, the operation starts in the mind. Mm-hmm. The word says to be transforming your mind, you are a new creature. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, it's not.
That's why I like dreaming.
Yeah, it's not erasing the past. My thing is, the past was already written. Mm-hmm. So if you understand where we come from slavery, first of all, the slavery is the mental first. Mm-hmm. They took what we understood that was royal, what we understood that we knew the land, we knew everything that could make, we made nothing out of something. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, when they took that mindset of, we're gonna bring y'all to a whole new land. Mm-hmm. If you look at the timeline, and you look at that, even if y'all brought us to a new land, we still knew our roots. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. You brought us to a new land. What we did was, we went through trauma. We went through a lot of loss, but we also kept proving ourselves. And that's saying real. And I'm sorry, because I gotta say it like this: real niggas don't die; they multiply. No, that's real. Like, when you think about it, like when you think about the people that they tell us about, Harriet Tubman, that they only tell us about, because there's many people that went to war for us. Right. Their mental changed. Like, Harriet was probably like, nigga, you know where we came from? Mm-hmm. She was having dreams, like you said. Mm-hmm. They thought she had a sickness where when she freed slaves on the road, a lot of black people are very ignorant. They like, we're the train. They don't understand. They dug their way out. But not even that. People don't understand how it goes to music. Why you think we so powerful in music? Because of the simple fact that old niggas spirituals, they sung to freedom, because why? It all ties back to spirituality, the mindset. Who gonna tell you to write a message in a song but God?
Yeah.
Harriet Tubman will sleep, go to sleep while she on the road, cause God told her to rest. Cause I need to download something to you that they ain't never seen. Dreams. So yeah, I know where y'all came from, but where y'all came from was royalty in the beginning. So all the struggle gonna lead you right back to royalty.
Right.
So it's always newness and it's always never forgetting the past. But I love it. When we gotta change the trajectory of the mindset. So the word says, do not be moved by your heart, because it's so deceitful. The heart is very fragile. Why you think it's the strongest muscle in your body? Because it's so fragile. But if your mind don't master your heart, you moving out of emotions.
Well, I think it's like we said, the lack of knowledge.
Right.
Because if you know the body, if you know what the heart do, if you know what the mind do, the heart is so important, because the heart returns and it receives. The heart takes the old blood and pumps it out, and it pumps it to the lungs to get fresh new blood, and then it goes back to the heart to pull out, to circulate all the blood through your body, but that fresh blood. So it's out with the old and with the new. So it's like, if you just realize, and we all do it because we don't have knowledge, and we don't stay abreast to things. And so if you just think about it and you like, and that's everything in your life. Receive, return. What you give, you gonna get back. What you put into the atmosphere, you gonna get back. What you